heading you can give is E. E means electric field between two parallel plates. We are having two plates. One plate is here and another parallel plate is here. Another parallel plate. One is having positive charge and another one is having negative charge. Plus Q and minus Q. That is same amount of charges they are having, but opposite is sign. And area of each plate I'll take as area is equal to A. Here also area of each plate is equal to A. Now the question is asking you, find the electric field at a point anywhere in between the plates. Anywhere in between the plates. You have to find the value of E between two parallel plates. I'll take a point anywhere in between P. You can choose any point over there in between the plates. And now we are finding the electric field at this point due to these two thin plates. First we'll mark direction. Suppose this is the plate A, this is the plate A and this is the plate B. Electric field at the point P due to the plate A is acting positive and this is also positive will act like this. Electric field due to this will act like this. EA. I mean repulsion. Because this point is always positively charged, positive repulsion taking place. This is minus and this is plus. Point charge is always plus, attraction will take this. EB will act like this. E and EB are acting in the same direction. Because electric field is a vector quantity, that's why we are marking direction. So now we will be writing therefore E equal to addition of the two, right here EA plus EB. Electric field at the point P due to single plate. The formula yesterday we have derived, the formula was sigma by 2 epsilon naught and this is also sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Why sigma is same? Because charge is same and area is same. Charge is same, area is same. Q by A, Q by A. Now half of this and half of this you can add and the answer will be sigma by epsilon naught. This is the formula of electric field between the plates having opposite kind of charges. This is the value of electric field in between the plates. This formula is important that we will be using in the next chapter, capacitor chapter. I will be using this formula, so you have to remember it now. And let us choose a point outside. This is in between we are finding. If a point P is situated outside somewhere here, right? So this is the point P dash outside, and this is between I am taking. This is the case of between, and this is the case of outside. If the point is situated outside the plates, then what will be the electric field? Now we check. Positive and positive repulsion will take place. So E I'll mark here. This is minus, this is plus. It will be acting like EB. So net electric field will be here EA minus EB, and the value is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Answer will come 0. That means electric field outside the plate will be 0. Electric field outside the plate is 0 and electric field exists only in between the plates and the value which is equal to this. Why I wrote sigma is because this is half and this is also half. Half plus half become 1. That means it becomes full 1. That's why 1 sigma by epsilon naught. So don't get confused from this, like 2 and 2. If you take LCM also will come as sigma plus sigma, 2 sigma, 2 and 2 cancels. The answer will be like this only. So this was the last part of theory part of this chapter. Now we'll do some short problems on this chapter and this chapter is over. Then we'll be switching to the new chapter. Okay, now we are doing some short numerical problems which may come and which had come in past in ISC. Question says, you can write on the question, a point charge of 2.0 microcoulomb. 2.0 microcoulomb is 2.0 microcoulomb is at the center of a cubic Gaussian surface, of a cubic Gaussian surface, 9 centimeter on edge, 9 centimeter on edge, EDGE, edge. Full stop. What is the net flux through the surface? What is the net flux? What is the net flux through the surface? So that is the question. What is the net flux through the surface? Now how to do? So we know net flux, 5 formula we have, summation Q enclosed by epsilon naught. We will use that formula, Gauss theorem. Total charge enclosed by the surface is given 2 microcoulombs. So here we will have 2 into 10 to the power micro means 10 to the minus 6. Epsilon naught value we put. Epsilon naught value is 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 12. This value may be available in the question paper in the last page. So now we will do the calculation. The answer will come 2.26 into 10 to the power of 6. Yes, sorry, 10 to the power of 5. Unit of flux we already found before, it was voltmeter. You can write, or you can write Newton meter square per coulomb. Newton meter square per coulomb. We have found the unit for phi. If you have forgotten it, so you can still do it. You can add the unit of phi as voltmeter. You can write the unit for phi as voltmeter. Okay. Now the next question. An infinite line charge. An infinite line charge produces a field. An infinite line charge produces a field of 9 into 10 to the power of 4. 9 into 10 to the power of 4 Newton per coulomb. 9 into 10 to the power of 4 Newton per coulomb at a distance of 2 centimeter. At a distance of 2 centimeter. Stop. Calculate the linear charge density. Calculate the linear charge density. Question says find the linear charge density. Yeah. This is also 1 year ISC question. Okay. Okay. For you kind of for this problem, though the side of the cube is given, but that is immaterial because in the formula there is no place for side. There is no place for the side of the cube. So we will not use that. So direct formula is sigma q by epsilon naught, and we find the answer. Now the question which I read just now, you have to find electric field due to a linear charge. What is the formula? E equal to, the formula goes on like this. We can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 lambda by r. Now we'll put the value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value directly is 9 into 10 to the power of 9 because this thing is same as k. 2 lambda we have to find. Distance is given. The distance is given 2 centimeter. That means 0.02, and electric field value is already given the question 9 into 10 to the power of 4. Now find the value of lambda. We will calculate the value of lambda. The value of lambda after calculation will come 10 to the power of minus 7. Now we will give the unit of lambda. Unit of lambda is actually linear charge density Q by L. Unit of Q is coulomb and length is meters. We can write coulomb per meter. Coulomb per meter is the unit for this. If you want, you can write Cm minus 1. Cm inverse. Meter inverse. Okay, that is the answer for this question. Question is straight forward out here in this chapter. So these two problems are there in the syllabus. And about the plate one we are doing in the next chapter. That is in the chapter of capacitors. So over there it will be covered. So with this chapter is over. Now we are starting new one today, new chapter, and that is the last chapter of electrostatics. Then you will establish the heading now. Next chapter is capacitors. Capacitors. Next chapter is capacitors. Okay. We write as for a conductor, Q is proportional to V. Charge is proportional to the potential. Because due to the formula of V is equal to KQ by R. Charge and V are proportional. So to remove the sign of proportionality and change with the equal sign, we multiply by constant. That constant we multiply denoted by C. We write as CV. Where we mention where C is equal to constant called capacitance of the conductor. Capacitance of the conductor. If you make C the subject of formula, this becomes Q by V. So we have the formula C is equal to Q upon V. What is C called? Capacitance. It is like a resistance, capacitance. These are the kind of constant. When we have V equal to IR, then R is the constant. It's called resistance. Same way when we have Q is equal to CV, then C is called capacitance. So the definition of capacitance we will give like this. It is the ratio of charge to the potential of a conductor. If question asks define capacitance, we write capacitance is the amount of charge to the potential of the conductor, So this becomes the formula of capacitance. Capacitance formula C is equal to Q by V, or we can write Q is equal to cross multiply CV. Q equal to CV. The otherwise we can write Q equal to CV. We'll find the SI unit. SI unit of C is, you can see coulomb per volt. Q means coulomb and V means potential volt. Coulomb per volt, that we denote by capital F and we call it farad. The SI unit of C is denoted by capital F and that means farad, or which is same as coulomb per volt, CV minus 1, coulomb per volt, CV minus 1, and it is scalar. So capacitance actually means is the capacity of a conductor to hold the amount of charge for a given potential. If I say capacitance is more, then that means it contains large amount of charge. Its capacity of storing charge is more. And if I say capacitance is low, that means the conductor's property of storing the charge is less. That is the meaning of C. Normally, where do we use capacitor? Capacitor is mainly used for storing charges. What is the use of storing charges? Because when it stores large amount of charge in a small space, while you discharge them, when the charges will leak, that charges will produce sparking, flashing. So there where we need to produce spark, there we go for capacitor. And there are other uses also of capacitor. You will learn later on in the another chapter. You will learn over there. Capacitors is mainly used to produce spark or produce flashing. In photographic camera, we got flashing system. So that flashing system uses a capacitor, and that capacitor stores large amount of charge. by a given potential. That given potential is provided by cell, battery. I mean, two cells normally we put there in photographic camera I'm talking about, and it stores large amount of charge. Those charges will be discharged all of a sudden, producing a spark in the form of flash. We call it flashing. So there mainly we use capacitors. Okay, now capacitance is the property, whereas capacitor is the conductor which will have the capacity of storing large amount of charge. So we have resistance and resistor. Resistors will have resistance. Resistors means the conductor which has resistance. Same way capacitors will have capacitance. And the SI unit of capacitance is farad, denoted by capital F. This means charge Q by V ratio is called C. The ratio of Q to the V is called C, that is capacitance. Okay. Now this thing is not in syllabus, but just to have an idea about it. How to make capacitor? What is the principle of making a capacitor? Capacitor is the conductor which should store large amount of charge in a small space. How to make a capacitor? So to make a capacitor, as the formula suggests, C is equal to Q by V, we will go for minimum potential. When the potential is minimum, then capacitance will be maximum. That is the idea. We go for as low potential as possible, then thereby the value of C will increase, and we will have the large value of capacitance. That means it can store large amount of charge at a given potential, at a smaller potential. So for that reason, to make a capacitor, we take a conductor. Say we are taking one plate like this. We'll take another plate, uncharged. One is charged, this is charged one, and this is uncharged. This is charged plate and uncharged plate. Uncharged plate means neutral plate. It will have equal number of positive charge, equal number of negative charge. That's why it is uncharged. Because charges are cancelling each other, it is neutral. We are bringing this one nearby, near it. We are not bringing in contact, but just near it. When you bring near it, then positive will be having the negative of this plate, this side getting attracted towards positive, whereas positive will be here, this side. And the idea will be earthing the outer portion of the uncharged one. Will be earthing the outer portion of the uncharged conductor like this, earthing. What is the use of earthing? This positive charge will be going to the earth. Only negative will stay here. Why this negative cannot go to the earth? The reason is because this negative is attracted by this. They are bound charges. They are attracted by positive. Positive will not allow them to go there. Positive is attracting them and keeping them tightly bound. Will not allow them to go to the earth. So negative charge will stay. So in this system, the potential will be minimum, because potential means total V. The V will be equal to, this is positive V, so write V1. This is negative, so write minus V1. Negative potential V2. V1 minus V2, the subtraction will take place. So the value of V will become low, less. When the value of total potential become less, when this becomes less, then capacitor becomes more. So in summary, to make a capacitor, we'll take a charged conductor and we'll take uncharged conductor, and uncharged conductor will bring close to the charged one, will bring close, will not bring in contact but will bring nearby, and the uncharged conductor outer portion will be earthing will be done. By doing so, you will find that the potential of the system becomes less. When the potential becomes less, then the capacitance become more, and it will be able to store large amount of charge in a small space. That is the idea behind. So we have different type of capacitors. Capacitance depends upon the size. I mean, the capacitance value depends upon the size, and it also depends on the shape. It depends on the shape and size. Suppose we are having spherical capacitors. Spherical capacitors will be like this. One sphere will take and give positive charge. We'll take another sphere, and with the outer portion earth. This is uncharged one. When you bring uncharged one, automatically negative charge will stay here like this. This is the idea. We can go for cylindrical capacitor. Cylindrical capacitor will be like this. One cylinder, charged one will take, and then enclosed by, this is another capacitor we are taking, another one, this one, with the outer portion earth. This will be having negative charge here. This is called cylindrical capacitor. This is called spherical capacitor. This is called parallel plate capacitor. Normally at home we use this kind of capacitor. I can give you an example of this kind of capacitor. This kind of capacitor is used in electric fan. In electric fan, if you see the below, when you remove the cup, you will find like battery. It looks like battery. Cylindrical capacitor is there. Most practical situation we use this kind of capacitor. Even the electronic circuits and all, in computer circuit and all, we use this kind of capacitor. Cylindrical capacitor we use. Even in the photographic camera, inside there are capacitors this shape. But forget about all that. According to the reduced syllabus, we have only this capacitor in the syllabus, parallel plate capacitor. These two were there before, but now you don't have to do them. These two are not in the syllabus now. So you may discard them, only have to concentrate on this one. Parallel plate capacitor. Derivation of this one only you have to know, and that there are different cases about them only you have to know. Only parallel plate capacitor you have to study now. Okay, now the idea only I gave you how to make a capacitor, so that it can store large amount of charge. To make a capacitor, will take charge and uncharge with the outer portion earthed. So by doing so, we'll find opposite kind of charges will stay there, and then it will be having less amount of potential and hence large amount of capacitance. Then it can store large amount of charge. So that is the idea. Okay, now you can give the heading capacitance of a parallel plate. This is the derivation. So capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Capacitance, we are finding the formula for the capacitance. Formula now we will find of a parallel plate capacitor. I already showed you the shape of the parallel plate capacitor. Let us make once again the diagram. We will be having like this: one plate charged and one plate uncharged, with the outer portion of this earthed with the earthing. So negative will be staying here. The distance between the two plates is D. Distance between the two plates will be taken as D, small d. And area is equal to A. Here also will take area equal to A. And amount of charge is Q. Here also it is Q. That means these two plates will have same charge density. Sigma value will be same. Q by A will be the same. Okay, some time back I told you electric field exists only between the two parallel plates, only in between it exists, and outside it is zero. I showed you already. The first derivation I did that one. First will be writing as E, that is electric field between plates, E equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Let us write that. You can check, just some time back only we have done this one. And outside the value of electric field is 0. I showed that also. Either here or here it is 0. What is the formula of electric field? Electric field we say volt per meter, the other unit. The voltage given between the two plates, one is positive between this, volt means the potential or potential difference, that will be equal to V upon the distance is D, volt per meter. V is the volt per meter is the distance between them, V by D. Sigma value right here, Q by A, charge upon area. Charge upon area. We'll be doing Q by V. Q by V ratio will give the value of C. Make Q by V the subject. This will come here. Q by V equal to Q upon V will be coming equal to epsilon naught A by B. And Q by V we can call C. Epsilon naught A by B. Either you write small q or capital Q is all the same. I showed out here in the diagram small q, so I am using small q out here. If you show capital Q, then you write capital Q here. So this is the formula of parallel plate capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Read what is A? A is the area of each plate. Area of each plate is A. What is small d? Distance between the two plates. Distance between the plates. If area is more, capacitance is, they are directly proportional. If area is more, capacitance is more. If area is less, capacitance is less. If D is less, C will be more. Inversely proportional, they are inversely proportional. If the distance between the plate is small, then capacitance will be large. If the distance is more, C will be less. So these are the two factors on which the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor depends. This is the formula for parallel plate capacitor. Now we got some cases over here. So right here, case 1, special cases are there. Case 1. Case 1. As per your the syllabus. Case 1 says, when the space between the plates, you can write it down. When the space between the plates is completely filled with a dielectric medium, For that you can show the diagram. This is the space here. This is space we are filling with some dielectric medium like this. Dielectric medium like this of dielectric constant value K, capital K. We can write out here capital K. Out here K we can write. The entire space we are filling with the dielectric medium K. So what will happen now? Let us check now. This time we will be writing like this. C is equal to epsilon naught A. When we have the dielectric medium K there, the potential will further decrease. The idea, when we introduce the dielectric medium, force decreases, electric field decreases, potential also decreases. All the three factors decrease when we introduce K. But when V decreases, then capacitance increases. So here you can write like this. This is the portion for the potential. We can write a D divided by K, capital K over here. T by K. D space is filled with K, like that. That K will come up. Will become this K times of epsilon naught A by D. So this becomes a formula. That means your capacitance will increase by K times, capital K times. Capital K means dielectric constant times. This portion is the formula of this one. This is when there was nothing on there, when there was air. So we can write as C is equal to K times of C0, where C0 is the capacitance in presence of air. Capacitance in presence of air. When there is no medium in between them, that means we are having free space, that is air, filling with air. So we got C is equal to K times of C naught. Your capacitance in the air will increase by K times when you introduce a medium. capacitance increases. What I mean to say, force decreases, electric field decreases, potential decreases, but decrease in potential causes increase in the capacitance. The new capacitance value will be more. For example, capacitance in air is 10 microfarad, 10 farad or 10 microfarad. We are having a dielectric medium of K equal to 5. The value of K is 5. What is the new value of capacitance? It will multiply by 5 times. Then will 5 into 10, the answer will come 50 microfarad. 50 microfarad will be the answer for this question. When we introduce the dielectric medium, the capacitance increases. From this equation, if you want, you can write like this also. Therefore, K is equal to, we can write like this, C upon C naught, we can write, okay. K equal to dielectric constant, this is dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. Dielectric constant can be expressed even in the ratio of C by C naught. Force wise, we can write K is equal to, if you remember that K is equal to, I have written there F naught by F. Electric field wise, E naught by E. Potential wise, V naught by V. But capacitance was C by C naught. C naught means free space. Suppose question comes like this. The capacitance of an air, the capacitance of an air parallel plate capacitor is 10 microfarad, 10. That means the value C naught is given 10. On introducing a medium between the plates, the new capacitance is 60 microfarad. What is the value of K? You can easily calculate. The value is becoming 60, is increasing by how many times? 60, and the initial value was 10. So 60 by 10, the answer is coming 6. The value of dielectric constant is coming 6. This type of question also may come in exam. So this is case number 1 we discussed. Now case 2, give the heading case 2, and the diagram also will change. For case 2, right, when the space between the plates, is filled with multiple dielectrics, multiple dielectrics. That is case 2. Multiple dielectrics. We can draw the diagram and show. The diagram is here. We are having one dielectric, another dielectric, and maybe some other dielectric. Maybe 3 dielectric I am using, K1, K2, K3. Different dielectrics. This is dielectric medium. This is another type of dielectric. Just I am making design to differentiate from one another. And this is suppose like this, different type of dielectric. The value of their dielectric constants are K1, K2, K3. And the thickness of this dielectric slab is T1. This is T2, this one is T3. So I have taken the thickness of this is T1, this is T2, this is T3. Thickness are T1 is the thickness of the first slab, T2 is the thickness of the second slab, and T3, the last one is T3. T3 is the thickness of the third slab. Now what change will take place now in capacitance? Now we will be writing the formula of capacitance like this. C is equal to epsilon naught A upon the method of finding the capacitance is now easy. T1 is filled with K1, I write that T1 by K1. T2 is filled with K2, I write like that T2 by K2. And at last I write here T3 by K3. T3 by K3, this way. And so on. If there are more than that, so we can continue with this. T4 by K4, T5 by K5 and so on. So we are having only 3, so I will write on this part only for 3 of them. And that is the case number 2. This is how you modify the formula there. And the third case is there, please write down third case, when space between the plates, is partially filled with a dielectric, partially filled with a dielectric, partially filled. Partially filled now. We are having a dielectric of dielectric constant K, only one, and thickness of this dielectric is T. Thickness is T. And the distance between the plate is D. Distance between the plate is D. This is called partially filled because we are not completely filling, and it is not even filled with the multiple dielectric, it is partially filled. One dielectric only in between the plate, but it is partially filled, not fully filled, not completely filled. What change will take place in capacitance now? We write capacitance formula like this: epsilon naught A divided by T space is filled with K. First I write on that T by K plus what is the thickness of the space which is empty, which is not filled with anything, that means it is filled with air. What is the thickness of the air part? Total distance is D, then minus T will be the thickness of these two leftover part. Here I write D minus T, and it is filled with air, that is divided by 1. We can write, or we may not divide, we'll just write like this, D minus T. Actually it is being divided by 1 because the dielectric constant of air is 1. That means dielectric constant of this air you are taking as 1, so we are writing only D minus T by 1. So that is the change in the formula now. That way you modify the formula. And there is one more case, the last case, when the space between, fourth case, when the space between, the last case is when space between the plates, is partially filled, when the space between the plate is partially filled with a metallic slab. So the diagram will be this only, but this is metal. You can write K here, and K value for a metal is infinity. You can just mention that. This one is a metallic slab. The diagram will remain the same. Metallic slab. And the formula will also be the same. Here we are writing T by K, and the value of K is infinity. That change we will make now. Next line will become like this: epsilon naught A T by infinity. Anything divided by infinity is 0. So this thing is becoming 0. The answer, this only will be left over, D minus T. This is the formula of C when a metallic slab is inserted between the plates, but partially, not fully. So that is answer. Okay, our lesson for the day is this much. Next class we will have on Monday, and then we'll continue. The next class, this chapter will be also over, along with the numericals. Numericals also quite short report here in this chapter. We'll complete them in the next class. So for today, this much. Thank you very much.